If you're looking for a showstopper of a dish that's easy to make and packed full of bold flavours, you're definitely in the right place. Today we're taking pork tenderloin to the next level, stuffed with sweet apricots, crisp apples and a hint of warming ginger. And to finish, the silky ginger, wine and cream sauce that ties this all together beautifully. This recipe is a little bit special, so whether it's for a special occasion or you just fancy something very, very delicious, this one is a real winner, trust me. So we're going to start by making our stuffing. So I've got a pan on the hob here, medium heat. I'm going to add a good tablespoon of butter there, plenty of butter, get it all in there. Okay, and to that I've got half an onion, which I've just diced. If you've got a shallot, even better. I didn't have one, so standard onion going in there. And we want to soften that down. It's going to take probably about 5 minutes to soften down. Okay, so our onion's coming along nicely. I now want to add some grated garlic, and there's 2 cloves there that will go straight in. And we're just going to stir that through, just to soften that down as well. Just give it a good stir around. And I've got this now on a low heat. We're just going to let that simmer away just to make sure everything is fully softened before we add in the rest of our ingredients. So while that's doing its work, just turn that down a little bit there. I just want to prep the other bits to go in it. So here I've got 50 grams of dried apricots. And all I want to do with these is just slice them a little bit, whatever shape you want. Don't have to be uniformed, however you want it to be. Chunky, not chunky, however you like your stuffing. And I'm just going to go through it like that. And that is done. Perfect. Might just give it a little crossover there, just to make sure it is evenly distributed when it goes into our stuffing. Okay, sticky stuff. That's it. Move that to one side. And then I've got an apple here. I'm using a Pink Lady. I like the sweetness of it, but use whatever apple you like. If you like it more tart, then maybe, use more of a sort of cooking apple if you want to. Just peel it up. And then with our apple, just take it off around the core. Get rid of that. And then again, whatever fashion you like, dice it up. Chunky, small, however you want it. If you particularly like apple, use more apple. Make this your own. There might be other flavours that you prefer. You might not want to use apricot. You might prefer cranberries or something else. So that's our apple done. Just check on our onion now. And the onion looks good to me. So I'm actually going to turn this off now. We don't need it on the heat. And we're just going to now add in the rest of our ingredients. Just move that out of the way. We're going to add in our apricots and our apple. To that, we're going to add some sultanas. Again, I've got 50 grams here of sultanas, and they're going to go in there. Use raisins if you haven't got sultanas. A tablespoon of dried thyme. A teaspoon of ground ginger, giving that nice ginger taste that we're looking for. Here, I've got 100 grams of breadcrumbs. So these are fresh breadcrumbs, which I've just done myself. Don't use dried, do use fresh. And then to that, we're going to use the zest, if I can find my zester, of a lemon. And the juice of that lemon also. So just get that all in. And this is going to help to bring together our stuffing mix. That's it. And the other half, well, they're tough, these ones. Try to make sure I catch all the pips. That's it. Just wash my hands. And then next to that are ginger. So this is stem ginger. You can buy this at most supermarkets. I actually got these at Tesco's. So if you're in the UK, you'll know Tesco's. And I've kept some of the syrup that the ginger comes in. And that is all flavour. And that is also going to help to bring our stuffing mix together. So I'm going to pour that straight in there. And then the stem ginger. Now this stuff is really sticky. So you just want to chop it into little pieces. Be careful because, as I say, the knife tends to stick to this. So I'm just going to do it like that. and then across. Nice sort of diced pieces. That's it, just keep going. So I'm doing it in this fashion because, as I say, it is really sticky, this stuff, but oh so delicious. Don't worry if you've got a few bigger pieces and stuff, especially if you guess like ginger. That's it. And that is all going to go into our stuffing, minus the apple peel. And then lastly to that, some parsley. So I've just got some fresh flat leaf parsley. Again, just give it a rough chop through. Doesn't have to be fancy or chefy, however it comes out. I actually prefer my parsley a little bit chunky. I think it's a great flavour. Okay, and that's going to go in too, off our knife. And then just get your spoon, like my hands, and we just want to bring this together now. So just give it all a good stir around. Matter of fact, what I'll do is I'm just going to move that out of our way. And let's bring this pan up here so you can see it a bit better. And we're just going to stir it all through. Lovely, just bring it together. Looks great. Smells great. I cannot wait. All rhymes. And we just now want to put that to one side and let it cool down completely. And that allows us to move on to our pork. Okay, so here I have got a lovely pork tenderloin. What you want to do is, if you've got any sinew and stuff on here like I have, I've only got a little bit, it's not too bad. You just want to trim it up, just get a nice sharp knife. If you want to get all these little bits off, just put your knife under there like so. Just go along and then gently it will come off. But it actually looks pretty good to me. So what we need to do is, first off, is butterfly this. So again, nice sharp knife. And I'm just going to go straight down here. Just open it up. A bit like what we do with the chicken breasts. That's it. And then I'm also going to do the other way because it's still quite thick here. So again, get your knife in gently along there and just open it up using the sharp knife just to guide you through. Okay, and that looks pretty good. Just move that out of the way. You're going to need some cling film and place that over the top. And this is where you can pretend it's someone you really don't like. I'm going to give this a good battering. So if you've got a meat cleaver like this, use one of those. Works fine. If you haven't, don't worry, use a rolling pin. This is done. And that's what you end up with. Look how far that one piece of meat goes, and it's such an inexpensive piece of meat. I think this was about £3.50. So, you know, it goes a long way. So I'm just going to roll that up for a second, put it on our cling film, move it over here. And then here I've got, if I can bring it over, some bacon. Now this is streaky bacon, just lay it out. That's actually 2 packs on there, which was on offer at the supermarket, which was great, happy days. And all I've done is laid it out so it's slightly overlapping each other. Let's get our pork, and we're going to lay that on top there. Perfect. And then our stuffing. And we're just going to put this on top of our pork. Oh yeah. You might have a little bit too much, that's fine. Just depends on the size of the piece of pork you've got, but you can adjust the recipe to suit your requirement. That's it. And just gently, with your hands, just press that and spread it around. You want to sort of flatten it out because we're going to roll this. So you just want to make sure that it is nicely distributed around this pork. Give it a good pat down. And that's it, I think. That looks pretty good to me. We're now doing the tricky bit, which is we're going to roll this up. Okay, so grab the ends of your cling film here, and you're just going to gently roll it over and just grab the end there. That's fine. Don't worry. Just pull that cling film back a little bit, just so we separate it from that bacon. That's it. Perfect. And then again, roll. You get all that lovely bacon on the inside as well. Keep going. And there we go. There is our pork roll. So let's just get that cling film, pull it back a little bit. And just if you've got any sort of ends here where you've got some stuffing poking out, just fold that bacon around it. Fine. Okay. Back over with our cling film. Perfect. And you just want to now put that in the fridge and let it rest. Now, I'm cooking this a little bit later on. I'm going to let this sit like this probably for a good 3 to 4 hours. You could do this the day before, no problem at all. But leave it as long as you possibly can. You really want all of that to settle inside that pork before we put it in the oven. Okay, we're ready to start cooking. So I've got a baking tray here. Just putting in a little bit of oil. Just some olive oil there, and I just want to rub the base of the tin. Obviously, the bacon is going to release its own fat, which should help with stickage as well. Just get this cling film off, and then let's just cradle that out. Make sure. That's it. Place it into our tray. And that's going to go into the oven for 45 to 50 minutes at 180C fan. So our pork is done. We just need to now rest it. So we're going to take it out of our pan. There we go. And I'm just going to put some foil over it. And that will sit happily there until we are ready to carve it. We now need to get on with our ginger and cream sauce. So I've got our pan here that we've cooked our meat in, and I've just got it over the hob here. And I'm going to add some water. What we want to do is deglaze the pan. We've got all those lovely flavours which have come off the pork. And I just want to grab myself a cloth, don't want to burn my hands. And I just want to really scrape that up. We're going to heat it up, scrape it, get all those lovely pan juices all amalgamated here. Okay, that's looking good. So I'm now going to bring in a saucepan here, and I've just got a little sieve there. What I want to do, I don't want any of the bits in there. I just want the lovely juices. So I'm just going to put it through the sieve and into our pan. That's it. Perfect. And then to that, we're going to add some ginger wine. Don't know if you've seen this before or not, but again, most major supermarkets do carry it, and it's really cheap. It's like about £4 for a bottle like that. I'm not sure you probably drink it, but it's great for cooking, and it smells lovely. It smells like ginger beer or ginger ale. It's exactly what it smells like. It's just got alcohol in it. Now I'm going to put approximately 200 millilitres in there. And then to that, we're going to add 200 millilitres of double cream, which eyeballing it is about there. And just give that a mix around. I just want to bring that now up to the simmer. Okay, that's simmering away nicely. I'm just going to add some cracked black pepper, good few turns of that pepper mill, and a little bit of salt. Remember, we didn't put actually any salt in our stuffing mix, but the bacon is quite salty, but I do like a little bit of salt in this sauce. So a few turns there, give it a mix together, turn this down, and then what we're going to do now is just to thicken that sauce, we're going to add some corn flour mix. So this is 1 tablespoon of corn flour and 1 tablespoon of water. And just add it in. Let's start with that amount. We'll see how that does. Just give it a stir in. And all we're looking to do really is thicken this sauce up. What a lovely colour that is. Absolutely beautiful. And that's it. That's a perfect consistency. Okay, so that sauce is now done. So we can turn this off and get rid of this, and then we can start carving our pork. Let's carve some slices of our pork. Nice sharp knife for this. Because of the way it's rolled, you definitely need a sharp knife. And we'll just take off this end bit. Don't worry about the end bit. It's your sacrifice bit. That is what's known as a chef's treat for sure. That's it. Straight through. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Wow. That looks delightful. Another one. Holding together perfectly. Oh, cannot wait. Right, let's move this to one side. Got myself a little plate here. And I shall grab, tell you what, I'll grab the end piece because everyone is around me here. You can't see them waiting for their portion. So I'm going to have this little end piece just to try it. And I'm going to obviously have a little bit of our lovely, creamy ginger sauce. And I'll just pour a little bit over the top. There we go. Let's give it a go. Let's see how we've done. Make sure I get a bit of everything. Tell you what, nice bit of that pork. There we go. Lovely, a bit of the bacon, the stuffing. See, plenty of that sauce. See? That is so good. In fact, I go as far as to say that is sublime. The flavours all work together. That sauce really lifts the dish. The stem ginger just tastes wonderful in there. You've got all of those sweet and savoury flavours, and the pork is still really, really juicy. By the way, I didn't say this earlier, I use smoked bacon, and I have to say it works really well. I definitely go with the smoked bacon. Wow, that is a little bit special. It really is. If that's my chef's treat, I can't wait to get stuck into the rest of it. Excellent. And as I said before, it's a really economical dish. This dish actually, for the whole lot, was £10. And I would say that would probably feed 8 people, maybe 10 people at least. So really good value. And I have to say, with the pork tenderloins, they're so versatile. They're very underrated, and you can do so much with them, as you can see. And you could change that filling and do lots of other combinations, and I'm sure it will turn out absolutely delicious. Guys, I really appreciate you tuning in and watching through to the very, very end. If you like the content, please do like, subscribe, and share. I would very much appreciate it. If you've got a recipe or something you'd like me to cook, please do let me know down below in the comments. I'll put all of the details of today's pork tenderloin down below in the description as always. And all that's left for me to say is until next time, it's cooking good.